Story 2. The Smiling Monster. February 13th, 1978. A dating game show airs on television. Contestant number 1. Charming, articulate, funny. His name, Rodney Alcala. He flirts, cracks jokes, wins the round. The audience laughs. The woman chooses him. Freeze that frame. His grin, confident and camera-ready. At that exact moment, Alcala was already a serial killer. He had kidnapped and murdered multiple women by the time he walked onto that brightly lit stage. The producers didn't know. Neither did the contestant sitting next to him. The photo that circulates today, a man smiling under studio lights, hides the truth. Hours before, he was taking photos of his victims, using his camera as bait. When he was caught years later, police discovered hundreds of undeveloped photos in his apartment. Young women and girls he had lured in with promises of modeling jobs. That game show picture became symbolic of something terrifying: how normal monsters can look under good lighting. It's a reminder that the most disturbing images aren't always the ones drenched in blood. Sometimes, they're the ones that smile back. Story 3. The Hike That Never Ended. Hawaii, 2015. Daylenn was 18 when he texted his grandmother a selfie from the Haiku Stairs, a breathtaking mountain trail known as the Stairway to Heaven. He looked peaceful, confident. Behind him, the green ridges stretched into mist. That photo was the last time anyone saw him alive. When police recovered his phone, they noticed something strange in the background. A blurred figure behind him, half hidden in the foliage. No one was supposed to be there. Authorities searched the mountain for days, but found nothing except his backpack and a single shoe. To this day, people still debate who or what was behind him in that image. A stalker, a rescuer, a coincidence? We'll never know. But every time that picture resurfaces online, it carries the same unease. The knowledge that sometimes we capture our own disappearance without realizing it. The frame freezes the last second of safety before something steps out of view. Story 4. The Family Photo Before the Bomb, August 15th, 1998. Omagh, Northern Ireland. A father lifts his child onto his shoulders as someone takes their picture on a sunny afternoon. In the background, a red Vauxhall Cavalier. The image feels joyful until you learn that car contained a 500-pound bomb placed by the real IRA. The explosion came minutes later, killing 29 people and injuring 220. The man and his child survived. Barely. The photographer did not. When investigators found the camera, the film inside had one final developed frame. The smiling father, the bomb car parked a few feet away. That's what makes the image unbearable. The horror wasn't hidden. It was just waiting. Every smile in that picture belongs to someone who didn't know they were standing next to death. Sometimes we don't photograph tragedy. We photograph the seconds before it happens. Story 5. The Scourged Back. 1863, Louisiana. An enslaved man known only as Gordon sits for a portrait. His back is bare, scar tissue raised like ropes. At first, it looks like a simple historical photograph, black and white, formal. But that image, titled The Scourged Back, was taken after Gordon escaped a plantation and joined the Union Army. The scars were proof of the brutality of slavery. Newspapers printed the image across the country, awakening Americans to horrors they had ignored. What chills modern viewers isn't just the violence, it's the stillness. Gordon sits upright, calm, composed. He's not performing, he's existing, and the world finally has to see what existence meant for him. In the silence of that photo lies centuries of screams that no one bothered to hear. A disturbing backstory, but also a reminder that exposure can be an act of justice. Story 6, The Last Dive, June 26, 2013. A Canadian tourist named Tina Watson smiles underwater, surrounded by coral. It's her honeymoon. Her husband, Gabe, is right beside her. Both certified divers, both in love. Minutes later, Tina drowns. Her husband resurfaces alone. The photo, taken just before the accident, went viral when investigators questioned Gabe's story. Dive experts said the events didn't add up. Tina's gear was functioning, and witnesses saw Gabe holding her before she sank. That one image, two divers holding hands in paradise, became the center of a murder trial. Every bubble, every movement, every angle was analyzed frame by frame, and what looked like love might have been something else entirely. To this day, debate continues. Accident or planned? Either way, that photo will always hold both possibilities, love and loss, in a single breath. Story 7, The Selfie with the Gun. October 2017, a young man in Texas takes a selfie in his bedroom mirror, showing off his new handgun. He captions it, "Ready for anything." Seconds later, he accidentally pulls the trigger. The image spread across Reddit and news forums as an example of how quickly confidence can turn fatal. People debated whether it should even be shared, whether tragedy caught on camera should be public at all. But that photo remains online, immortalizing the moment before irreversible consequence. It's not gore that makes it disturbing. It's the knowledge that the person behind the camera didn't know it would be their last act of creation. Reflection, what the lens doesn't show. We often say photos tell the truth, but truth is selective. A camera shows what's in front of it, not what comes next. Every image we've seen tonight carries a hidden scream beneath the silence. The smile before the disaster, the posture before the pain, the flash before the fall. There's something psychologically unsettling about that duality. How our brains crave closure, but the image stops just short. It leaves us hanging between two realities, what we see and what we know. Maybe that's why these pictures haunt us. They remind us that our memories, our feeds, our archives are all incomplete. We see evidence but not empathy. Light, but not the shadow it creates. The cost of looking. Some images comfort us, others warn us, but the ones that stay, the disturbing ones, force us to confront something we spend our lives avoiding. That horror often hides in plain sight. A photo doesn't need blood to be terrifying. It just needs truth. So next time you scroll past an image and feel that subtle pull in your stomach, the feeling that something isn't right, stop and look closer. Because the most disturbing part of the picture might not be what's captured, but everything that isn't. Soft static fades, eerie piano outro. This was images with disturbing backstories. Thanks for watching. And remember, the internet never forgets.